Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode where we talk soccer.
I don't know if to call them episodes or videos. It's definitely a video. Episode, it requires much more professionalism than what we do. But how's it going, everyone? This video, as you can see from the title, we're going to talk a little bit about the Arsenal win, the Champions League victory against... I watched the game live, and I think it's Vålerenga. But a big win, Champions League win. As we already know, they have qualified for the next round. They are qualified. But these matches will determine if they're going to be one or two in their group. So these matches are still important. We don't know. We're going to talk about this in a second, but we don't know what's going to happen with Renée quite yet. She's going to, we'll see after the winter break if she's going to still be the Arsenal coach. So there's a lot going on. But the big game today, 3-1 victory, and always positives. I mean, they won. They have not lost a match under Renée Slegers. I think it said 8 wins, 1 draw. It's like they forgot how to lose, which... Oh.
Yeah, everybody wants to forget how to lose.
Which is really exciting. So going up to cold Norway, I mean, it looked really cold. Really cold.
Yeah, well, I don't know why we didn't check the temperature while we were watching the game.
I think I did. I think it said 24 Fahrenheit. I think that's what it said.
It looked freaking freezing. You could see their breath. And it was crazy. And I don't know how they're running around and work up a sweat more. You have more heat in your body. But, who was wearing short sleeves? Like, is that even legal?
We saw Katie McCabe in short sleeves. I think she might have been the only player out there in short sleeves. We're actually going to talk about her in a second. But it looked very cold. And I didn't realize this, but apparently they wore their red shorts today, which is not very common that they wore their red shorts. And I think they look great. I love the red shorts. Well, okay, I guess going back for a second, WSL, they had a big WSL match over the weekend on Sunday. A big win 4-0 against Aston Villa. And I didn't watch any of that game. I do know Aston Villa is going through a lot right now. They just fired their coach, and they did it in like a weird way. They weren't including him in trainings and stuff. I haven't really read up on that situation, but it sounds kind of wild. But so they did have a win over the weekend, but big 3-1 victory today. And they did rotate the squad a lot. There was no Leah Williamson. There was no Emily Fox. There was no Beth Mead. There was no, not quite, how they say B squad, but they got some new faces in there. Katie Reid. I don't know much about Katie Reid, but she had her first start ever. And from what everyone said from the online analysis I was watching and reading, that she looked great and she looked like she belonged there. And I will say, the color of her hair is very beautiful. I love that's it's like ginger but auburn at the same time. I wonder, it's not dyed. People would pay a lot of money for that color hair.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Love it.
So happy to see fresh faces out there. Sara and I watched the whole match in full, pretty much. So that was exciting because it was on at a time we could both watch.
And it was snowing outside, so it was like a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
/ we felt like we were in Norway. No.
Yeah, it really was snowing hard, so it was really fun. But, I'm just going to go right to the goals. Alessia Russo in the 25th minute, beautiful goal.
What a goal it was.
Right in the corner. Then in the 36th minute... Mannum, beautiful goal.
Straight ahead with authority. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Then in the 56th minute, Alessia came in with another goal, and it was kind of a wild one. It hit kind of scooped in at the top there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
And she could have actually had a hat trick. She had another opportunity, maybe even a couple other opportunities, and she actually scored 2 goals at the Aston Villa game. So a lot of people are saying that it's great to see her back to her goal scoring ways, and that was great to see. Apparently that's like some type of turf that they played on, and so that's always a little bit tricky as well. Unfortunately, it was not a clean sheet because in the 85th minute, Vålerenga did score right in the top corner. That last 15 minutes, though, man, it was a bit touch and go. Sara and I were watching. There was like 3 opportunities where it was kind of close. And what I saw online is when they subbed out Mariona, and Kari Cross, the back line kind of was in a little bit of disarray. And Manu was so close to having a clean sheet, but people are still seem to have concerns when Manu's in goal too. But I really like Manuela, so I don't ever want to say anything bad.
Mean people are mean.
That was the final score, 3-1, and it's nice that Renee was able to experiment with a few things, and somebody like Kafaji got some more minutes. That's really what they've already moved on for Champions League. Why not kind of try a few different things? Why not give some players some more minutes? Yes, I think you do want to qualify first in your group, but fun game. And a lot of people are saying there was issues, but they won. They looked good. There was parts where they looked good. The last 15 minutes, maybe didn't look great, but how they say a win's a win. And Sara and I enjoyed the game, even though the commentator was a little stiff on DAZN. Beth Mead didn't play. Leah Williamson didn't play. And also Kim Little didn't even travel with the team up to Norway. She is having some, I think they said, leg tightness. But the one thing we didn't really mention was Katie McCabe. She actually, like Sara said at the beginning of the video, was the only short-sleeved player the whole entire match.
That's wild.
I wonder if she takes it like the badge of honor. I'm not going to put long sleeves on, or I'm not going to wear gloves, because I always, in some sports, it's like you can't show weakness to your opponent.
Maybe it's her superstition.
Oh, yeah. Something. That too. But also, she was the captain for today's Arsenal match, which Kim Little's normally the captain. And I think if Kim Little isn't, I'm not sure, but I didn't realize this, but I don't know how many times Katie has been captain for Arsenal. But she was captaining today, which was very exciting. And she played the whole game. And I believe what I read online is she leads the team in minutes. She really, a lot of the other players kind of got a rest. She has not gotten a rest. Also, we remember her at the Euro qualifiers playing all the minutes, and the question is she going to get a rest? Well, obviously when they have the winter break, but she must be tired.
Overworked, but she looks good doing it.
Yeah. And also we're going to do a Caitlin and Katie video coming up because we haven't done one in a while. But Katie has been going through a lot. I mean, all the players have, but she has. I think we're going to read comments all at the very end. I have some comments from around the web, but all of the pressure from the Euros, the Euro qualifiers where Ireland did not qualify. And some people are even saying her performance was not captain worthy because of her, behavior or whatnot. Also, Eileen Gleeson, who has just been fired, I guess, from Ireland. Some people are blaming Katie for that. Fair or not fair, some people are saying that. I don't think that's fair, but Katie's been going through a lot. And I saw a video from today, I saw it on TikTok, where they were all waving their hand, waving to the supporters, the Arsenal supporters who were there, and Katie was like way in front of all the Arsenal teammates. And I don't know, I hope she's okay. I think she's just dealing with a lot.
Sounds like she's going through it.
Yeah. And also, she kind of took a break from social media. She was, she's big on Snapchat and stuff. So she wasn't on social media for a while, but she has returned to social media. So
good. The queen is back.
Yeah. But we're going to do a video on Katie and Caitlin coming up pretty soon. But Renée Slegers, is she going to stay? Renée Slegers, that's a big question, And she is going to be obviously the coach until...
Renée Slegers to stay in interim charge of Arsenal women until winter break.
She's definitely going to be there until winter break, and then I think they will probably decide through winter break what will happen to her. She had a quote as well.
Gunner decision makers may not know who to hire as their new women's boss, so they probably want to give her more time to prove herself. Regarding whether she would like the role permanently, she admits the question always comes up in press conferences. New block, same, I understand the question. I enjoy it at the moment. I don't know about the future. I just do everything I can in my role at the moment.
So that was her quote. I think that article was posted 2 days ago or so. So she's saying she's just doing everything she can to win, And I'm sure she has said in the past she does not want it. I am sure if they say, will you be the head coach? I can't imagine her passing that up. I honestly couldn't imagine her. Now, she might say, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to stay assistant. But I couldn't imagine her. actually passing it up. Now, I'm sure it's happened and people have said it, but I don't know. The girls seem to really like her.
Especially since she's doing so well with the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 1 loss, 1 draw. So exciting. I'm just going to read some comments from a few things we talked about.
So this comment says, so great to hear Alessia back to scoring regularly. Renee, and this other person says, Renee, please stay. Then another comment says, that was nothing short of world-class performance. Every player was up for this game, and that showed by the amount of possession we had. On to the next.
And then to get the opposite side, I'm going to read a comment that, sees more problems because things obviously weren't perfect because we're working on things, but I'll have Sara read this comment as well.
We played this match on a very low gear throughout. This is the kind of game that Barca scores 7 to 9 goals in. The opportunities were there. We made mistakes with their early turnovers, and there were a few things that didn't quite click early on.
So yeah, definitely things were not perfect. Although things weren't perfect, I mean, overall, the trajectory from where Jonas and the team were to where Renee is, it's just mind-blowing how different it is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And then going back to the Katie McCabe conversation, we are going to do a video about her and Caitlin and kind of what's going on. But I'm sure she's tired. I mean, I can't imagine she's not being tired. But, I see a comment here from the last couple weeks. This is more about the Ireland game than the Arsenal game, but I'm going to read a couple of the comments.
This comment says, McCabe is a terrible captain if you ask me. And another comment says, the coach should sub McCabe off. She's the captain and she should act like it. Katie McCabe really believes she's too good for everyone around her. Ego is way out of control, and you have to ask, is this the right person to captain a football team?
Yeah, so those were more about the Ireland game. We're just reading all the comments at the end. Yeah, we're going to do a video about Katie and Caitlin in the next week or so. But I'm sure for this for the winter break, I mean, I'm sure it can't come soon enough for some of the players who have just been going. Arsenal still have 3 or 4 games before the end of the break, though. They have a game this Sunday against Liverpool, and then a game next Wednesday. Oh, that's going to be a quick turnaround. Another Champions League game. So they have 2 more games before the winter break. So those should be exciting.
It's going to be against Bayern Munich.
And that's going to be a tough game. I think that's going to be tough. They want to be, I'm guessing, first in their group. But what does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Did you watch this Champions League match? I think they could make a run late in Champions League. That would be, if they started, I don't think they're beating Chelsea for the WSL title. I don't think they can be caught right now. But let's say Arsenal just has a run at Champions League and really shocks everyone because they're not the favorite. But what if they came out and got to the finals of the Champions League? That turnaround would be nothing short of a Disney movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be iconic.
Yeah. And if they're not going to win league, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they would be quite happy winning Champions League. Now, do I think that's really going to happen? Is it really plausible? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. But we will see. Oh, also, I did see this. Alex Greenwood was carted off the game today that Man City had in their Champions League game. And she was carted off. It looks like a knee injury. I hope to God it's not an ACL, because if it is, that means she wouldn't be playing at the Euros this upcoming summer. Probably the turnaround would be maybe too quick for the Euros this summer. So I'm praying it's not. She's had a rough, Man City, a lot's going on over there too, but I hope it's not. I pray it's not.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. We don't need another ACL injury.
Yeah. Questions, comments down below. I hope she is okay. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we'll be back soon. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.